Ard. Irden. Quen. Now let's use our Igni to start the fight. Hello guys and welcome. Today we're gonna be talking about Gerald of Rivia and we're gonna min-max him like we always do. So we've spent a lot of time making the RP. We've created the character to look very close to what Gerald looks like. We've also created the Guardian to look like Yennefer. You can find those options, the choices that we made on the Excel sheet. And let's get down to the min-maxing, guys. So yeah, let's get to it. So first of all, this build is going to be a Gish build. So let's go to the spreadsheet first. As you can see, we have the cosmetic choices for the characters if you want to play as either Gerald or Yennefer. And yeah, so essentially we prioritized in this build, we prioritized getting Ard, Igni, Irden, Axi, and Quen. And to actually make the build viable and thematically close to Gerald. So let's get down to the stat distributions. So we're going to be putting 16 points in dexterity, 14 points in constitution, 16 points in charisma. I know this is not a very thematic choice, but since we're going to be dipping some levels in Warlock, it's going to be useful. And then you have 4 more ability points to spend as you like. I like to put them in wisdom since Gerald is very good and proficient at actually navigating his surroundings, etc. So let's look at the Excel sheet. We're going to be getting the first 3 levels in Rogue, the next 5 levels in Warlock, then 1 level in Sorcerer to get the additional spells that we need, and then 3 levels in Fighter, and we're either going to end it with Battle Master or Eldritch Knight. We're going to be talking about it. So let's get to it, and let's get into the heart of the thing. For skills, you're going to be taking points in Acrobatics, Expertise. You're going to have Proficiency in Stealth. He's not very good at Stealth, our boy. You want to be getting Expertise in Perception, and then you also want to be getting a point in Investigation. However, I like Sleight of Hand, but if you want to go full roleplay mode, you should be getting Investigation. So his intelligence is a bit bad because a tadpole messed with his mind. Ciri, again, decided to open a portal into the Baldur's Gate universe, and now Gerald found himself here. So he has to fight his way out of a tadpole, nautiloid ship, and get rid of this thing in his head. So, for level 2, you get your cunning action, which you can use to dash, and you can hide as a bonus action. Nothing special, not much to discuss. At level 3, you want to be getting a level in the subclass of Thief. This will give you an additional bonus action every turn, which is going to be amazing. We're going to use that a lot. After you get your bonus action, you want to be getting a level in Warlock. Now, this is where the fun begins. You're going to be getting Eldritch Blast. For the thematic reasons, we're going to be using this as an Ard spell, and we're also going to be getting Friends, since it's going to be our Axi spell. For the Warlock spells, you can get Burning Hands for Igni, Charm Person for Axi, or even Command for Axi. Thematically, it can work. At Warlock level 2, you want to be getting either Command. You could also get Armor of Agathis as a Quen, because in theory it does protect you from damage, so that would work. You want to be getting Agonizing Blast for a little bit of damage, and Devil's Sight because Witchers have very good eyesight and they can see in the dark. For level 3 Warlock, we're going to be picking Pact of the Blade, which will allow us to bind our weapon and use our charisma on it. And we also have the choice between getting some second level spell slots. I really like Hold Person as it fits well with our Irden. It would fill our Irden necessities, right? It's going to be able to slow enemies to a halt, really. Alternatively, you could go Crown of Madness as some sort of Axi variant, or Scorching Ray for a variant of Igni. Continuing onwards, at level 4, you get an additional cantrip. I would get Blade Ward as it fits thematically better with the Quen style of fighting, If you want to get the most useful one, you should get Mage Hand or Minor Illusion, but we're going with Blade Ward because that's the most thematic one. We prioritized RP this time. Now, additionally, you get to choose between, again, Scorching Ray, Command, Enthrall, or Crown of Madness. Let's go for Scorching Ray. And here, I would actually like to pick the Sharpshooter feat. This works great because you can actually equip a double crossbow. Make sure you actually equip your good hand crossbow on your off hand, because we have 2 bonus actions, and when we're gonna be in turn-based combat, our weapon will have extra attack, or we're gonna be casting a spell with our action, where we're gonna be either able to do extra attack, well, down the line, we haven't unlocked it yet, but we're also gonna be able to do 2 bonus action attacks with our crossbow. So for that reason alone, I wanna get the Sharpshooter feat to significantly boost our damage. At Warlock level 5, get your extra attack and you get access to Fireball. This is going to be our bread and butter Igni spell, and it's actually going to be a good Igni spell. Also, you can get Repelling Blast at this point as an Ard spell. So you're now going to be able to push away your enemies. And at this point, I would also forget Scorching Ray and get something a little bit more useful, maybe Fear or Hypnotic Pattern, again as some sort of AoE axis spell. Area of Effect axis spell. Okay, so right now our turn is gonna be looking with, we cast a Fireball and we do 2 bonus action attacks from a distance if you wanna be playing range fights, which are gonna be done with the Sharpshooter feat, so they're gonna be dealing more damage. Or alternatively, you could go in melee and do 2 attacks and then 2 bonus action attacks with your offhand. Pretty much. So far, 4 attacks, looking good. Now, on level 9, we want to actually pick up a level in Sorcerer. Witchers, they had blood magic done on them to gain some special abilities, and that's actually going to reflect in the way that we play the game. So we're going to be picking Thunder Wave so that we can push our enemies with Ard away from us or off cliffs, and we're also going to be picking Shield for our Quen mechanic. For cantrips, unfortunately, there's nothing really reflecting the Witcher lifestyle, so since we're gonna be in melee a lot, I would be considering Shocking Grasp. Minor Illusion as some sort of Axie variant, maybe Mage Hand would fit that role as well, and Fireball is the only thematic one with Igni, which fills the position well. Then for subclass, you want to be going for a Wild Magic. You didn't get your magic from dragons or storms, but you got it from some weird messed up potions that you had to drink. So there's going to be random effects going on, and it's going to be really entertaining to play this build. Then for the final 3 levels, we want to be taking 2 levels in Fighter, and then we want to consider whether we want to get an additional ability score increase from the Rogue or get a Fighter subclass for the Fighter. So let's get our first level of Fighter. I would prefer going for Archery since we are going to be going with a Sharpshooter build, but you can also go with defense if you feel like you need to be a little bit more defensive. Then at level 2 Fighter, we also get Action Surge, which is going to be amazing. At level 12, you get to choose whether you want to be a Battle Master. Therefore, your attacks are going to be able to push your enemies away. You can get some cool maneuvers. The ones I would get in this situation would be Riposte, because Gerald can riposte, especially in the game. Pushing attack or disarming attack. Most of the times, disarming attacks would be by dismembering your enemies. And menacing attack to frighten your enemy is also another way you could go. If you guys like the content, at 500 likes, we're also going to make a Sorcerer Yennefer build So 500 likes will do the Yennefer Sorcerer's build. Okay, so this would be one option. Another alternative could be that instead of fighter, you pick another level in rogue. And this would give you option to get an ability score increase or a feat. You could get Great Weapon Master if you fight a lot in melee, or you could get Tough to get more HP. You could put more points into your Charisma for your spellcasting modifier. Keep in mind there's a lot of items that will boost your stats. So if you get the Gloves of Dexterity, you could choose to set your dexterity to 8 and put most of your points on Strength. So I will actually go for the Great Weapon Master feat. Let's go test it out on some ogres that have a band of intellect that we're probably gonna be wanting for this build. Now let's use our Igni to start the fight. Good, we get to go first. Remember, Gerald is actually a potion expert, so you want to be drinking potions like speed, see invisibility, a lot of other stuff like that is things you should be considering. So Gerald, again, now at this point we get the option to throw another fireball or to do 2 extra attacks. Let's throw another fireball and do 2 extra attacks. This is where Gerald of Rivia. We can do an action search, make sure that Tides of Chaos is on as we do our extra attack. Then we can move on to our next enemy, and then finally Lamp and Enlightened. We could either go for a Great Weapon attack here, or we could also do a Sharpshooter attack that's gonna heal for 15 to 20 with our bonus action. So this is also good when your enemies die around you, and they're gonna be dying a lot because you're gonna be doing some good damage. Now, since our blast is also repelling, what we can also do is we can also use our blasts to push our enemies away. Pretty much are done. 1,000 likes for Yaster. Okay. So, let's have the fight again now with a preparation round. So, our weapon is bound, but you definitely want to do it to bind it if it's not bound. Then you also, since you are a Witcher, you're going to be drinking potions like Potion of Heal Giant Strength and of Haste. So, end turn. So, things taste like chicken, and City brought us into this world, and we're getting out because we have to find a ball. Great Weapon attack, Great Weapon Master attack. Could have another one, why not? And we also have another attack now with our action, or 2 Sharpshooter shots, which we can use. Yeah, this is how it should look like when it's done right. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to min-max that subscribe button. Press like, share with your friends. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Again, 500 likes will make a Yennefer video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.